I'm gonna go ahead and switch over and start talking about the topic that I want to talk about today about, how trading is different from having a 9 to 5 job. Okay. Um, Many of you guys probably work 9 to 5 jobs or maybe shift schedules, first, second, third, not really, it doesn't really matter. But you work full time in some kind of way, or maybe work part time, and you're on the adventure of wanting to learn trading. And trading is just like when you first take your first, not to your first job, but any particular job. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike, and once again, we are looking at the Emini S&P 500 this morning. Um, and before I get started, I want to thank everyone who's already subscribed to the channel and been following the channel and liking the videos. This is your first time watching one of the videos. To give you a little bit about myself, I'm a live price action trader. I have a simple strategy that I use. You can use it with any particular market. It doesn't really matter what you're trading, guys, to be honest with you, whether it's Forex or futures or um, stocks, whatever it may be that you actually trade. Um, but I have a simple strategy that I use. I've been using it for years, and it works for me. And the key to trading is having successful, profitable days and not being in the red. So basically, you may have a losing trade, but the key is not to have a losing day. That's what I'm trying to say, in the red. So this is your first time watching one of the videos. Once again, I'm a live price action trader, and I post my videos to the channel here, so you can go back and watch some of the previous videos as well. And go ahead and watch today's video. Hopefully you like the content, and subscribe to the channel, join the team, and also leave a like on the video as well. All right, so go ahead and get started here. We'll take a look at the just the 1 hour chart here to kind of get an overall direction of what's been happening we could look at it from the last few days, but I'm just going to look at it from the last session, which was yesterday. Today is the 14th of January, and as we can see right now, price is actually pulled back. I had this purple on here. I marked it off yesterday, that area there. Price is actually pulled back into an area of, if you want to call this demand out here, area of support here at the bottom. It hasn't quite tapped completely into the area right here. We like to see it push into or pull back lower into this area right here, where this red candle is on the 1 hour chart. But bouncing out of this area right here, and so far it's pushing up higher. We do have resistance right here above us, so we can see where price was moving to the downside, turns back around, start breaking structure to the upside on the swing up, and then it pulls back, breaking structure back down to the downside here. So let's see what actually the market is actually going to try to do today. We are pushing back moving back into an area of resistance above a high volume area here on the 1 hour chart. Right now the market is, if you look at it from a 1 hour time frame, we are kind of wedged and moving sideways here. So we're in a wedge here, not really breaking any highs or breaking any lows. So now we're going to go down and kind of look at the 12 range chart here. Move this area out the way here. So we're kind of moving within. When price swung to the downside, we're just trading within this swing right here. So not doing too much right now. But the market did have a pretty good push right here at the opening today. Okay, so I mentioned prices in a wedge. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, we'll switch over and look at the 12 range to kind of get an idea. The market opened up down here. Let's see, around this area right here, around the 46.19, 46.18 area, and just kind of pushed up a little bit. But I mentioned on the higher time frame, we're in a wedge. And if we look at the 12 range right now, price is trading, we have this leg to the upside and we have this leg to the downside. So you just kind of look for areas where the market is actually, good structure areas where the market could actually uphold or pause, and, look for rejections. Okay. So looking for opportunities. I always look for opportunities when the market levels off, looking for buys, go longs, buy the low, sell the highs type strategy. I look for the market to pull back to an area below a high volume area, and for a purchase or a buy, and then a short at the higher end of a high volume area. Excuse me. Okay. Um, let's take a look here. So if I'm looking at the 12 range, the way I kind of look at it is price push to the upside, creating a leg here, making a leg to the upside, then price starts pulling back. We have a leg to the downside here. So kind of gives us a two-legged structure here. And at this point, um, let's see. You want to look for area. What I probably do is when I mark areas or levels, I'm looking for, let's go ahead and mark something here. When price started breaking back to the upside here, breaking structure, the structure I call structure is this swing to the downside right here. So um, typically speaking, price started breaking structure, meaning breaking back into the structure. So when it pulls back into this area here, pretty much to a level, we can look for an opportunity. We'd like to see price pull back to the lower end of a swing level because that's more of an area of demand. That you want to you get a better opportunity is what I'm trying to say when price pulls back into an area of a swing, deeper into the swing. Okay, so prices bounce where I have that red line at. Okay. Um, let's see what happens. Now what I like to see price do, which it may just shoot to the upside here, we'd like to see a pullback, okay? I would definitely like to see a pullback. 41. And we'll see if we get it or not. Right now, price is just bursting to the upside. Okay. So it came down here, rejected, bounced off of this area here, 46, 36, 37 area. Right here where the swing is at. So we could have went long at the break. With price cleared the break of this area here to the upside, but you have the swing level here to be mindful of, okay? So I would like to see price pull back at this moment to see if we can get an opportunity to go long. I'd like to see it pull back to um, really pull back maybe around 46, 41. Could push a little lower, but let's see what happens when it pulls back. If we can get a pullback. And actually a little bit lower than that. Maybe in this area right here, around 38 to 39 area. Let's see if it pulls back that far. And maybe give us an opportunity. We'll see. Um, well, yeah. Price is bouncing right here. Off a little swing right here. Okay, let's see. Going long for a little scalp. Oh, don't want to see it take this area here out. I went long too early. Come on. Um, okay. Come on, push up. Should push up here. I got a showstopper right here. Okay, the top end of the swing right here. But we should get a push at the other side here. You come up here and test around the 49 area, 48 and a half. Come on. There we go. All right, got filled on our first trade. Took a little heat. Should have waited to take a trade on a pullback, but it's okay. All right, so first entry for today. Price is, its current moment is starting to break some structure back to the upside. So um, it broke here, broke here. Now it's breaking into this, back into this swing to the downside here. So I'm not sure if it's going to come up and take this area here out. So, okay, let's see if we'll do that or not, or we're just going to get a pullback. I mean, just get some greater selling off. Right now, the direction of the market right now, if you want to look at kind of, forming a bias of what the market is actually trying to do, it's to the downside. I mean, well, it's, if you look at it from a 1 hour time frame, we're actually wedging, okay? So, but to me, the overall direction, if I was to really look at, from a bias, well, it's hard to say that right now because price pushed up here, taking out structure. I would have said taking long opportunities, but the price came back down, started breaking structure back to the downside. Then you're looking for pullbacks for short opportunities. Then it turns back around to bounce with this red line here. On the 10th, it pushes up, taking out structure to the upside. So you start look for opportunities to go long again. And now it's just trading sideways within this leg to the downside. So we're in a wedge here, not taking out any highs or lows or, pushing through any structure. So currently my bias would be, you can pretty much trade it either way. It doesn't really matter at this point here. So that's why I scale down. So I'm looking at the 12 range chart to start depicting opportunities in the market. If I look at it off of the 12 range at this current moment, I'll definitely say it's more broken, more structure to the downside at the current moment. So you could look for opportunities maybe to go short, but it just depends on your levels. There's so many levels to trade from. So look for the next opportunity here. Okay. Within the market. All right. So we want to see the price continue pushing higher and breaking structure, and then looking for, areas for the market to pull back to. Okay. Okay, price is breaking lower. We're going to come, sure, we're going to push. Let's see here. Taking a short, guys. 39.75. We could pull back here. Come on, fill that area. Oh, my internet. Sorry about that. I entered a position by accident after closing that trade out there. Okay, so that's my second little trade today. Going, prices, yeah, tested the area right there already. Okay, so we're bouncing. All right, so we pull back. Okay, here's that area where I took the trade from originally. So price pushed up, pulled up, pulled back into an area of support here, and bounced out of that area, which was right here. Okay, so this right here on the pullback was a pullback entry. Once price broke back above this area right here, I went long pretty much. So price pushes up, pulls right back into that area again, and it's rejecting out of that area right here. Okay, which is support. Okay. The price could actually pull a little lower, and possibly test it. This area right here, but it's only a few ticks away. So price pulled back into this area, pretty much almost to the area of demand here, and then bounced out of it. Okay. So this is just a strategy I use, is just pullback trading. I look for price to break structure to the upside, and then on pullbacks, I'm looking for rejection. So when price broke structure here to the upside, pull back, identify a level, this was the area right here, okay? And when price pulled back, another thing you want to look for is clear opportunities, good opportunities, what I call powerful structure areas, where price is, when it's breaking structure to the upside, or making structure to the upside and is breaking it. On the pullbacks, you want the pullback to be kind of significant, meaning there was some selling that took place and followed up by lots of buying. So when price pulls back, I knew that because there was good opportunity with buying here, and price was breaking structure to the upside here, that when price pulled back to this level right here, to clearly wait for it and see if something price is going to reject out of that area. And that's how you do it. Now price is wedging. It's wedging here. You can see it. So we want to see price continue to break higher. Right now, I'm not looking to do um, take any trades, to be honest with you, short or long, unless price can maybe reject this area, pull back down here, maybe, and see if we can get an opportunity. But we have to be mindful because price has not broke any structure to the upside, meaning taking this high here out. So if price breaks higher, maybe come back to this area, yes. But right now, because we're wedging, price can actually come back down here and just break lower. Okay, and I mentioned that my bias is kind of somewhat still to the short side because we haven't really broke any major structure to the upside, other than a small few, a few small swings to the downside here. So as price swung up, taking this area here out, which is an area market structure as price pushed higher, broke that structure there, but it hasn't taken out this big area right here. So this is a major swing to the downside, where lots of selling took place. So to me, right now, because price is having a hard time pushing higher, taking this area out, I'm still biased to the downside. Okay. And as far as trade performance right now, um, let's see, 17 ticks. Okay. I took a little 1 tick loss there, or because I accidentally clicked on the an entry by accident when I was trying to close the trade out. So just one little tick slippage there, if you want to call it that. All right. Okay. And then I'm, going to talk about a topic I want to talk about that's been on my mind, um, about those who, you're currently working part-time, full-time, whatever it may be, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to start your trading career, or at least start doing it part-time on the side, whatever the case is. Talk a little bit about that, basically, how is trading different than working a 9 to 5 job? So trading is totally different than working a 9 to 5 job, and I'm definitely going to talk about that here in this video. All right, so let's see. Price is still trying to break. Now, I told you we have a swing to the downside. We have structure here to the downside. So, you know, price has these swings to the downside. You have to trade when you're trading. You have to be able to follow market structure. Market structure is following the action, the price action of the movements of price and what it's trying to do. If it's breaking to the downside, make a structure, followed up by a movement back to the upside, like right here, make a structure to the upside, and it starts to take out, swings to the downside. That's price breaking market structure. You have to be able to follow that, and that goes hand in hand with reading price action to understand what's going on. Okay. Okay. So prices broke structure here, pushed up, pull back, push higher, breaking this little high here. So yeah, be careful though, because we're approaching the highs. Um, you're approaching the highs. Okay. And this big area here, this right here at top here, this is supply. Okay. That's resistance, that's supply. It's an area price could um, um, reject out of and push lower. All right. So, you know, this is a major area of resistance up here at the tops. Um, like right here. Okay. Um, price come in this area right here as well. So these are areas where price could actually stop. You see price right there getting to that area and bounce and rejecting. That was a short right there, I'm sure. I'm talking and missed that trade there. Boom. It's a short right there. I missed it. Okay. So let's see what happens. Can't catch them all, right? Now let's see if price bounces in this area here. $46.50. Hmm. We're wedging. I already told you that. We're wedging. Price is in a wedge right now. Hmm. Okay. Price can come back down here, as I said. No, it did exactly what I said. Uh, I would look for earlier. Where price pushed up, pull back, pushed up, pull back, broke higher, right? So price comes back down to this area. Um, someone back down to this area here, we could possibly look for an opportunity. It's already bounced once here, so maybe to come back down again. Let's see. Okay, not quite. Let's see what the market's trying to do. Okay, price is pushing lower. You just don't take a trade. Once price gets back down to this area, you don't just take a trade like that. You have to wait for the rejection. All right, prices pull back into an area, that area of resistance again. Um, all right, I'm long. High. Okay, I'm long. Okay, I feel it. There we go. All right, got filled. All right, price came back down to that area again. I saw this green candle right here on the 12 range, close above, and that's my long. That was my entry, my opportunity to go long. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Um. Okay. Let's be careful because price I said is wedging, so we can actually break this area and push to the downside. But be careful because we have support. Told you guys that. We have support. Can bounce? Can price bounce here? It sure can. I'm long. Come on. Ah, there we go. All right, long entry right there. Rejection, little W at the bottom here. So what I did was I saw price pulling back. Okay, I mentioned price push a little lower. It actually came back and tapped right into this area of demand sitting right here. Okay. All right. Area of demand sitting right here. Tap right into it to the tick. Lower end of the high volume area. Price. I switch over to my 4 range. I look for the W, where price starts to kind of rotate. And it gave me that at this opportunity when price pushed down, pulled up, pulled back, broke above, boom, green candle. I'm going long to this area right here, which is resistance where price is going to pause at. Okay, so let's see what we got. So I'm up 34 ticks right now. All right. And I've been trading maybe about 20 minutes now. Just scalping along on the ES. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch over and start talking about the topic that I want to talk about today about, how trading is different from having a 9 to 5 job. Okay. Um, Many of you guys probably work 9 to 5 jobs or maybe shift schedules, first, second, third. Not really, doesn't really matter. But you work full time in some kind of way, or maybe work part time, and you're on the adventure of wanting to learn trading. And trading is just like when you first took your first, not to your first job, but any particular job that you made a career out of. It works in the same manner to where you have to get the training um, under your belt to be able to successfully do well at the job. Correct? It's the same thing, but trading is more mental. You have to be mentally prepared, and that takes a lot of studying and research to understanding about the markets and how they move, who drives the markets, and what drives the markets, and looking for what are asking, just researching um, about the fundamentals of trading. Pretty much, there's tons of books out there about that you can read about fundamentals of trading. And as a trader, you never stop learning. You know, I'm I never stop learning. I'm constantly learning new things, perfecting things, better precision on my entries and exits, things of that nature. But trading is different than having a 9 to 5 job because, in the sense that, um, and it's not meant for everyone because some people don't mind and love the comfortability of having a job, as far as 9 to 5, working for a business corporation, and because it gives them job security in a sense to where they feel like you know they don't have anything on the line to lose pretty much as far as when it comes to money. They go work, they get their check. That check is theirs 100%. Um, and that's the thing about working for a corporation, a business, is that when you do go work for them and you're a good employee, you're going to get paid. Your money is guaranteed. You get the benefits behind it. If the company offers health benefits or retirement funding accounts and things of those natures, you guys know all that. But to others out there who have the motivation and pure drive to want to have their create their own path in life, a lot of people out there who become very successful and they like being able to be their own boss. And that's what I like to do, is be my own boss in a sense to where I'm able to control my own destiny and work from my own workstation at home, wherever I'm at. If I'm on vacation, it doesn't really matter. Off a laptop, whatever the case is. Trading gives you that opportunity to be able to trade no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, no matter if you say you're sick and you can still get out of bed and sit in front of your desk and make some money. Um, and as long as you know what you're doing, because you can lose it just as well. So, is there security in trading? There's really no guarantee when it comes to trading. You have better, there's more guarantee with a job and working for a corporation for someone than there is for um, depending on the job, because there is jobs where you have high demand fields, and if you're not a good employee, you'll be laid off by individual by businesses that you may work for, and they say, hey, that's not a good employee, whatever the case is. But what I'm trying to get at is with trading, that there is really no security, as far as like um, knowing for sure that you're going to get a check every day or every week or every month, whatever the case is. It's up to you to decide that and make that happen. And that's all based upon pure knowledge and understanding how about the markets. And that's why I say dig deep, do your homework, do plenty of study, understand the fundamentals of trading, figure out a strategy, come up with a trading plan, all those things that come together to make you successful in trading. And you have to be able to do that in order for you to be successful and be profitable. Where you have losing trades, yes, you'll have losing trades, but the key to it is not have losing days. It's always be in the green, never in the red. You know, will that happen to you at first? Yeah, probably 90% of people or more who start their trading career, they're in the red. Or put on more risk than they should put on risk, and they ended up getting heavily slapped on the hand for what they did and going outside that trading plan. So trading is completely different than having a 9 to 5 job. I mean, you can be your own boss in trading. It gives you the flexibility as far as hours and when you want to trade during the day, because the markets are pretty much open 24 hours a day. You can trade in the evening, you can trade in the wee hours of the morning, you can trade during the NY session. You know, money never stops. It keeps spinning in the economy. So as long as that's happening, guess what? Money's always going to be there to be made, and that's the beauty in trading. Um, is it plenty of risk? Yes, there's tons of risk in trading because you're playing with your own capital. Some of you guys may um, I don't know what they call funded accounts, whatever the case is. You may try out these, get in bed with these companies that allow you to prove yourself to them basically, and then they'll fund an account for you to trade from basically for them, and you work on a percentage basis with them to where they pay you based on, your performance, how well you actually are able to trade uh, pretty much for them in a sense, whatever the case is, or the business structure that they created. But that's something I never had interest in. I just purely want to be able to do it for myself and uh, be the driving force behind what I'm doing. So the trading is completely different, guys, than working a 9 to 5. I mean, I'm not saying you sit in bed all day long and, oh, I'm gonna get up 2 o'clock in the afternoon and trade. No, you have to get up just as you do when you work a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever that job is, work shifts, jobs, whatever the case is. You gotta be mentally prepared. You gotta go back and do your homework each and every day. I'm always going back, and you guys see me doing that in my videos. When I first start off, I'm going back with you guys pretty much and looking at the market, kind of forming a basis and analyzing the market, what it's done prior to day session. Just basically seeing if it's broken any session highs, session lows, kind of depict the direction, and then I scale back and start looking at, or scale down, start looking at the 12 range and 4 range, which are pretty much these two go hand in hand with me. 12 range, I'm marking on my levels, or zones or areas, and my 4 range, my entry chart. So we see right here what just happened. Price bounced out of that area I just talked about. That's demand right there, okay? That's a good area, okay? Why? For 2 reasons. I mean, price broke up and started breaking structure here to the upside, market structure on the pullback. When price pushed up, it pulled back. Even on this little pullback, it broke structure to the downside, okay? So there was selling that took place, followed up by more buying to the upside. And the market does that. It tries to stop and trip traders out, pulling back, thinking that mentally, if you're new into the game, that the market is trying to, oh, I'm going to jump in and sell it. The market's moving to the downside. Nope, all it is a setup to push the market higher, to get more buyers involved, or get more, get more buyers involved, more money pushed to the pushing the market to the upside, just so they can, at some point, they're going to move completely back to that area of demand, and more buyers to jump in to pick up more buyers. Okay, so that's trading in a nutshell, and it can be very lucrative, very profitable, more profitable than anything that you probably can ever say you could do in life. There's a lot of stress that comes behind it, yes, because you're dealing with your own money. You're dealing with money. Anytime you're dealing with money and working with money, the first thing that comes to your mind is, I don't want to lose. So, but you got to take that fear piece and that greed piece, especially fear and greed. Take those 2 things completely out of it. Don't have the fear, because the fear sets in and it allows you to cloud up here and not see what you need to be seen on the charts correctly. Greed is a totally different beast in itself. If you're a greedy person, then you're all about me, as far as like, I'm just gonna keep trading. Well, guess what? Eventually, you better take the higher probability trades, because eventually you get too comfortable and you allow the greed to step in, then you're going to lose money, and that's not a good feeling. Okay, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that, guys. In reference to the difference between working 9 to 5 and working from home trading and learning how to trade. I mean, there's lots of people who right now especially during the time we're dealing with right now, that are looking to step into a different profession, and they're researching and doing the homework. I mean, you guys are doing it right now. I mean, plenty of you guys have emailed me and subscribed to the channel, which shows that there's tons of people out there who are interested in learning this, because they see the opportunity just as well as other people do as well. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about that, and leave that little topic out there to the open. Comment freely, however you want to comment. I'll leave the comment box open, and hopefully we get some good comments from you guys. I look forward to reading those and responding. Okay, so let's see what happens. What's going on now? Okay, so the market is breaking to the lower end of this high volume area. We've got a low volume area of lowest, and price can push through that and come down here and test this area. Okay, it's doing that now. So What would I be looking for? Let's see. We're still wedging. You know, be careful because we are still wedging. We're wedging, and price could break to the downside. So, um, let's see what the market's trying to do here. I mentioned this was supply right here. Okay, so the low sitting right here from this swing to the downside. Okay, we have a low right here. Okay, not only is that a low, but I believe that's a area of um, demand as well. I believe. And let's look at the chart. Yeah, well, not 100%. It could actually push a little lower. So into this area right here. Okay, um, so yeah, demand's down here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, price bounce right here. All right, let's see. Price is moving to the downside. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Now we have, yep, demand right here. There's support right here in this area right here. Okay. Okay. So if price comes down to this high volume node right here, we can expect something to happen. So we'll wait and see. And it's 10:40 right now, and I realized that I was just up 30 some ticks. I'm sure I've missed some opportunities, but it's okay. I don't mind talking to you guys and giving you guys some good information about what I see going on in the market. Again, these are my live recorded sessions of me trading the ES. That's the futures market for the Emini S&P 500. All right, so price is still rejecting out of this area here. It could push lower though, so okay. Um, yeah, broke here, so all right, be careful here. Hmm. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Blow this up a little bit. Hmm. So yes, the short was up here. Okay. That's supply I mentioned. Yeah. Hmm. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's see. See the price will pull back here a little bit. Okay, I'm long. Come on. Fill the first contract. Uh, could push lower here. Up. What a price bounce at? Not good. I don't like this entry here. Should have waited. Okay. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna take out here, guys, because I don't like what the market's doing here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Took the entry just a little early, but it's okay. Kind of got a little chicken on that trade there, but it's okay. I knew prices. Yeah. Okay. It came down here to this area right here, this little level sitting right here, and it bounced right off of it. You can see it right here on the 4 range. So let's see. It could come back to this area and bounce again. Yep, definitely can. Yeah, I knew it was gonna come here and hit this area right here. Okay, let's see. Up 42 ticks. I had 34. Took a little 2 tick loss there, or slippage, but it's okay. Still scalping along. No losses as far as trade losses, just a little slippage on a contract, whatever, and just get out the trade. Okay. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap today's video up. So hopefully you guys found some value in the video today, and talking about the difference between actually trading for a career or living versus actually working a 9 to 5 job for and working for someone or corporation, organization. So if this is your first time watching one of the videos, I hope you found some value in the video. Like I said, if you look for someone that trades and trades the Emini S&P 500 and that's a market that you're interested in trading, go ahead and join the team. Hit the subscribe button, guys. I appreciate it. For all those who currently subscribe, thank you for doing so, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're trading, be safe in the market.